So it's Hovey and Davis to start this second quarter. Davis gets up high, knocks it down into the path of Ryan Williams. He gets off a handball before he gets crunched. And then it gets over, ball ticks over to James Hickey. Goes forward, bouncing ball to Carson. Wheels around onto the left boot. Bouncing ball into the forward 50. Holtgren can't pick it up.
Brilliant.
Flips it across. Flips it across to Palioris. And got... How long did that take?
Well, that was about 30 seconds.
30 seconds, Milky.
Woo!
But look at the chain of events as to who had the ball in their hand too. You know, like when you move it that quick and you got the ball users, well...
Holtgren, I thought he missed it. He didn't. He just flipped it sideways.
Yeah, a little flick. Pretty smart.
So on the Goddings scoreboard, we have South Barwon 5-2-32 and a quick goal there to Joey's puts them back in at 4-4-28. 4-point margin, Buzz.
Yep.
Just quickly, first quarter, 15-14 inside 50, so near enough even, and South Barwon made the most of their opportunities.
And how many marks did Lovick have?
Lovick
12
had
13,
3, didn't he, Buzz?
3, that sounds about right to me, Kirsch. Not
sure?
11.
He's keeping an eye on him.
Davis gets up high for South Barwon. Herbison was ripped clear of his arms. Falls to the back of the stoppage to Sexton, who misses Hassan by hand, and then his man falls over, so allows Hassan at the back of the square, looks for Sabatura. It was over his head, but he keeps his feet and gets on the gallop. He gets stripped of the footy, though, as he tried to pick it up and out of play.
For a toe, though, didn't he?
For a tall guy, he gets big strides, Milky, Nick Sabatura, which is why
that was some serious pace.
Be brought in, he'll do the relieving ruck duty up forward too. Up against Hovey.
Hovey
mate.
Hovey at the front. Miss still dry. Kick on goal by Sexton to the goal mouth. Lovick will be there and he'll parry it through. It was over the head of Jordan Huff, through for a rush behind.
Played a couple of games at Werribee last year, Buzz, Sexton.
Yep.
And we played him in a pocket as a 23rd player and acquitted himself pretty well.
Yep.
Goes all right. Very impressed with him.
Yep.
He'd certainly be up amongst it in his first quarter. Dreyer.
He's impressed with
Did I tell you he built One Day Winery? He goes down the boundary line, finds Palioris, puts them big dukes up, and that big chest puffed out. Kershaw, did you hear the sigh? Puts it Riley Ferguson coughs it up, but then goes back and lays a really good tackle, and he's got him for a throw. So good work there from Riley Ferguson. He coughed it up.
It was like a follow-up, wasn't it? That's the second effort that you needed to have.
Trent Richards dispossessed him of it, but then... he was good enough to go back and get him.
It might be a brand new footy. It might be really slick.
Slippery, you reckon?
Because there's a lot of fumbles.
There is a lot going on.
Oh, he goes to Palioris. There was just speaking of the devil. He gets it.
Wow.
Goes very, very wide looking for Measures. It actually lands in between him and Reece Woods, heading towards the boundary line. Measures sees it over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in right in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, so he was forced out there. That's not the ideal kick, is it, when you're 60 out? But he was forced out there because he fumbled. So he was under pressure. Yeah, they're 70 from goal.
Might be too much of that dubbing they put on the footies, mate.
Yeah,
it's a bit slippery.
The oil off
Benny Capra. Yeah. Got a lot to answer, Benny Capra.
So they should bring back the gloves, Milky.
Yeah.
Hey,
double gloves.
All power forwards out of glove.
And I reckon he does a bit of the old Brill cream in the hair too, Benny Capra.
Oh, he'd have to.
Yeah,
it doesn't move, does it?
Nah. Free kick on this occasion to Davis.
Another clearance.
Looking for Stool Dryer. Ignores him. Decides to just a little chip kick. Finds Hoare. Almost just very, was touch and go with it. Going to carry. Hoare just kicks along the deck.
Wow.
Puts it out. Holtgren picks off the footy. Then goes
another
back.
Fumble.
Another fumble. Goes across to his teammate there in Lukic. Who gets, he must have got pinged for throwing it, did he? Yep.
Jeez, but that's your own fault. You fumble.
Yep. The ball's at centre half back. It's Dylan looking for Sabatura. It was nudged subtly under the footy by Allen. Breezing through was Hovey. Dead set in the middle of the ground. He goes deep. Carson's there. Nearly hauls it in one-handed. There was nearly a high tackle, and it is against Ollie Lee.
Yep.
And it was Kieran Palioris will get the resulting free kick.
You'll like this if he kicks it.
Oh, he doesn't drop to his knees like Selwood.
No, he doesn't.
He actually stands up and makes hands slip up those big pecs.
Yep.
They just slip up. They got nowhere to go.
No.
Like tackling a big air balloon.
Wasn't Hovey terrific then? Just straight there and half back. If they
That's what you want to see him doing.
Yeah. So Luke is back in the ruck, is he?
8 goals last year for Geelong in the VFL. Just the one game for Joey's, which was the this fixture this time last year, Milky. Kieran Palioris.
This for the lead.
16 games for the Cats and for the lead, as you say.
He likes it.
And it's straight through the middle. He likes it.
Very subtle.
Very subtle. Just gave himself a bit of a clap.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to punch the chest.
He's got 2.
He's got 2. And that takes on the Godding scoreboard, that takes St Joey's 5-4-34, the 1 point margin to South Barwon 5-3-33. And dare I say it, a lot of the scoring done up that far end, boys.
We're starting to get a little bit on top of the clearances here too, Buzz. I think it was all South Barwon's way. I didn't see the stats at
Did he say
time,
then we or they?
I think he said,
I think he said we. I reckon
we.
he said we. Yep. Oh, ball comes out of the middle.
I said they, didn't I?
Bit of a crunch.
He's trying to get me on play of words.
Tracking the footy. There was still Dryer. He tries to take it with him, but it's at ground level still, trying to force it out. Goes to Hoare. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Comes out to his teammate there in half. Gets it back. Benny Capra slips over. Gets a free kick though. Oh, Zach Morrison caught one on the chops. And a free kick. Just keep your hands, Benny. Keep the oil off you. Capra goes wide. Oh, he's kicked it to a 2-on-1. Still Dry goes back, gets the handball off. Stripped of the footy was Sexton. Sorry, he goes back and gets it good enough to settles. Goes to full forward, one hand up. Gee, Hovey's back there to help. Knocking it through the goals there was Hickey, James Hickey, and rushed behind to South Barwon.
Capra's a little bit more experienced than that, isn't it, to kick there?
Yeah.
2-on-1.
Going to the middle of the ground. It eventually works. Running through is Lockie Devine at the front of the centre square. Goes short. Carson beats Ollie Lee. He's about 50 out. He turns quickly. He's got a man over the top, and he'll find him. He should. Nearly impeded. It's Palliuris off the ground. He's got 3.
Should have been a free anyway, but he was good then.
That coast to coast, boys.
Yeah, coast to coast.
Coast to coast. Yep.
But that's that through the middle, taking the risk, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. He had it was a young Huff here, Jordan Huff, had the opportunity to impact that contest just here, and could have opened that right up instead of he sort of sat out the back. And I think if he had the opportunity to do that, he should have done that. And South Barwon could have quite easily come and swooped in and kicked the goal there rather than a point.
Yep. Well, so what's that? Palliuris 3.
Yep. On the Godding scoreboard, it's St Joseph 6-4-40. They lead South Barwon 5-4-34, and it's been all St Joey's in this second quarter.
Yep, be thrown up in the middle towards the back of the stoppage. Getting a hand clear was Lukic. It's still dry for South Barwon to raid me. Was stripped of it quickly. Plenty of numbers round this footy. Plenty of tough and experienced numbers there too. In the middle for both sides. Will be thrown up just wide of the centre circles. So we'll go again. Kick in it. St Joey's way. They've overturned their quarter time deficit. Davis gets it clear quickly for South Barwon to centre half forward. Lovick plays in front and does well. Gets it clear Verfurth to Dreyer, and they might be out here. St Joey's. Morrison goes short and finds Devine.
Yeah, that run by Dreyer.
Yep, straight from the Amateurs League in Melbourne.
Yep.
And here he is. Kirsch, you picked him out. He's on the wing and then gets inside. Gowers easily. He drives it forward looking for Palliuris and Sexton. Sexton at the back of this contest just does enough. And Carson can't quite pick it up in front of the back slappers. The ball's 15 around from the goal.
That's what they call themselves.
They call themselves the back slappers.
Pocket, the back slappers.
Always sit on that bench.
Apparently, if you do a good thing, you're their favourite. But if you muck it up, woohoo!
A lot of supporters like that. I'm sure.
Ball clears everyone. Comes out the back. That was Ryan Dillon. Sends the ball forward. Or Zach Morrison. And Benny Capra had his back to the footy, hit him in the number, and it comes over, measures, tries to pick it up, and does so. Gets it over to Riley Kershaw. Don't hurt my boy. Comes out to Benny Capra. Tries to handball it through Hanson. Throw, says the umpire. Ball goes back to Richards. He can't trap it. He's wrapped up in the tackle, and the umpire says, give it to me. Sorry, that's Edwards, not Richards.
Not sure if there's much of an advantage there.
No.
Ball up here on the centre wing, Buzz.
Yep. Straight in front of the interchange gates. Hovey won it down there. Yeah, did run it straight at each other. It'll be a free kick going South Barwon's way, going to Davis.
Didn't give Davis much of a chance to compete then.
Yeah, he's impressed in 2 games this year. Goes short to Driver, just on the edge of the centre square. Encourages his teammates to come forward at him, but he just goes longer still in the direction of Lovick, who intercepts. He's at the front, but he ended up dropping the mark. The ball's at ground level. Hall wraps up his man. It was a strong tackle too, but he has paid in the back.
Yep.
Just need to roll him a little bit, didn't he?
He did.
Yep.
Ball in the hands of Scott Dixon. Former South Barwon and Sandford boy. I think, was he Central District's Kirsch?
I think he was, yep.
Goes to Devine, who's working.
The way he held that up, he didn't rush. He just took his time, made sure he found a target.
Just wait for the right option.
Yep.
It's Devine at half-back. Goes in front of the interchange gates. Having a nice fly was Holgren, but it was through his hands. Edwards just did enough to influence the contest, and the ball's out of play centre wing.
You had to take a mark, Reese.
Oh, Lovick's taken 8.
Lovick's, I think, dropped 8 at the moment, hasn't he, Buzz?
He's dropped a couple, hasn't he?
Don't worry, he's not on his own there.
The ball will come back in. The throw-in evades all the ruckman. Driver at the back of the contest. Filters back. It's Reese Woods. Goes in the middle of the ground. He's got Gowers in some space now. He runs down the wing. He's on half-back. Goes over the top. Huff just nudges Lovick under the footy. It'll be a foot race. Lovick just wraps around him. And they'll be happy to see the fence, both those men. And they do. The ball's 55 around from South Barwon's goal. Yet to score in this quarter, Milky?
Kick 2 points, mate.
Kick 2 points.
Yep,
Huff wearing the 18.
Yeah, Clinton Wells' old number.
Yep. Lovick might have seen the end of that, he thought, but...
Can smell food. As the ball comes in, umpire says, what's that? He hung on to it.
He's a bit confusing, this umpire, with his actions.
Yeah, as it finished up with Measures. Measures has got one wide, finds him. His teammate in that occasion is Kelleher. Is that how you say it? Kelleher?
Kelleher, yep.
Yep, Kelleher goes down the line, looking for Maloney, clears him. Hultgren has a run of it at the back, traps it, sends it in towards goal, gets dumped as he kicks it. Carson over his head. Maloney! Bang! Gets a boot on it, got his third.
We were looking for a mark of the day. We're looking for something.
It was Lukic. Milky.
Oh, Lukic, sorry.
Yep.
Take that off Maloney. He's only got 2.
Yep.
Who was that idiot saying he's got 3? Lukic threw a boot at it. Well done.
Scribbled his number out, Lukic.
Yeah, because he wore a different number in the warm-up.
Had number 4 on, didn't he?
Yeah, he might have had 4. But, just a good passage of play there from St Joey's. And it all started back here with Dixon, who decided, hang on to the footy, just wait till I've got an opportunity, and then move it forward.
Yeah, I think you called that early, Milky. If you just make that decision, composure, and he made the right one.
I'm usually head of the pack.
Yeah, let's correct that one. I'll let you know when you're right.
It's both the
once every 6 weeks.
Both the relief ruckman. It was Sabatura and Holgren that time in the ruck. Quick kick to the back. Dylan wasn't paid the mark. Was on the half volley. Goes to centre half forward. It's Allen and doubled them at half forward. It was the ladder that won out. Goes to Williams by hand, who filters back to Ferguson. Left footer. That's a nice kick too. He finds Palliuris in some space on centre wing. He drives inside 50. Lee's there to intercept. He read it best in front of Carson. And he marks in the back pocket for South Barwon, Ollie Lee.
Just drop that number back really quickly there, Beaky.
Yeah, that's that +1 I was speaking about earlier.
Goes to Gowers, who like to get fully in hand. That was a poor kick though. Herbison left footer measures, didn't know. He forgot. Herbison turns his man. Hassan got to look out. Coming late was Morrison. It was overrun by Williams. He finds Still Dryer in some space. He pumps it inside 50. He's got Huff. Lovick at his back to the footy. There's plenty of numbers around this footy. Hanson robes at best. And miss it to the near side.
Geez, Herbison was classy, wasn't he? That Measures thought he was going right.
I said he's got to know he's a left footer. Got to know he's a left footer. One goal, 3. Darcy Hanson.
1-3 to Darcy. That's if he got that first goal.
We've given it to him.
He's got 3 behinds regardless.
He's got half a goal.
Yeah.
Gershaw, he just go down the stats, even though it's a kick out. You watch. Dad comes out to Super Joe. Joe McCullough kicks into the man on the mark. But Ferguson's good enough to pick it up. Get it back to Morrison, back to Super Joe, go back to Ferguson. Ferguson's wrapped up in the tackle. He's just dropped it, says Yumpy. And a free kick to Benny Raidme. Quick movement of the ball, goes out to Hoare in the forward pocket. He's going to square this up, the top of the square, or is he having a shot? I reckon he's having a shot. Minor score.
Tough kick from there. Breeze is going against
Mark Hoare. Mark Hoare.
That's a very hard pocket kick goal from this ground.
And the wind's certainly going that way too, Buzz.
Yep.
I've kicked a few from there, but yeah.
Have we got Tonks back in the truck?
Lovick's kick intercepted by Hanson. He checks side. Boona! Nah! Oh, get stuffed! He's kicked 2.
Oh. His old man will be excited, as.
Yes. Be free booze down at...
What's that winery?
What? No, not the winery. No, Growlers in Torquay.
Yeah.
Peter Hanson, the great man.
It is.
Expect a free feed when I come down there, Coco. As that on the Godding scoreboard. How long have we been going?
15 minutes.
15. That takes South Barwon 6-6-42 to St Joey's 7-4-46. And I reckon Cryobay goal of the day so far.
Definite contender.
They've worked their way back into the game nicely, haven't they, South Barwon? They've got their run going now, so... Back to a tight contest.
Back to 4 points. Back in the middle. Hovey wins that one, I reckon. Puts it in the path of Williams. Can he get it forward? He rolls over the top, gets back to his feet, gives it over to Paliuris. He's dumbled the thump with the footy. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that word. Lever gets a handball off to Woods. Woods gets it out to his teammate. Oh, tie tackle right in front of the umpire.
Divine.
And it's Divine. As in the player, not a great tackle.
Was Lever the offender?
Yes. I reckon it is. He's the man stand the mark with the orange boots. Bit of a height. He's a bit tall to be tackling Divine. Late inclusion into this side, Lockie Divine. Yep. Reed Adams, injured. Done a shoulder. Okay.
And Simmons is out for the year.
Ooh. Divine leans back and just pushes it off to the right and manages a minor score.
Simmons, a recruit, of course,
from
Kirsch.
Ballarat. Yeah, out for the year, done his ankle. Needs surgery.
Oh, that's no good. Don't like hearing that to any footballer.
No.
Kicking out. Sexton looking for his teammate in Hall. A wobbly old kick and hits him right on the chest.
He broke his sternum.
He goes down the line. Lovick for his fourth drop. Picks it up. Handballs over the top to Williams. Williams got one to share it with. He doesn't. Just bombs it long into the forward line. Maloney fisted away from him. Ball goes to ground and we will have a throw in.
Kirsch, that kick then from Hall.
Yeah.
Just intercept to no one in particular, wasn't it?
It's sort of like old school, just kicked centre half forward, but no one home.
Especially with someone of Daniel Lovick's quality.
He's going to read it all day, isn't he? Just come off his opponent.
Got to be a little bit smarter. Davis wins it down at the front of the pack. Sexton looks for the line and does with the agency of Stool Dryer. And it will be thrown in once more. 42 plays 47. St Joey's Way. Second quarter got in scoreboard. Tight game here on Anzac Day. One down by Davis. It's still in the goal mouth. Sexton spins clear. His handball missed its target, but Gowers ends up mopping up into the middle of the ground, but there's no one home. Hovey's there, but he drops and fumbles. Can South Barwon create something? Hassan got rid of his man. Measures is dumped by Driver. Wraps him up at the back of the square. And he's got him.
Not sure about that.
Strong tackle.
Good tackle.
Held his ground. Jack Driver, just the 6 games in his first season of senior footy last year, goes wide to the wing. It was a poor kick, but they get away with it. It's still dry. Chisels one to half forward. Don nudges his man under the footy. Can he keep it in play? He beats Hovey. But so does the boundary line. It'll be thrown in 55 around from goal.
Hovey just went for that muscular body and tried to split it. 42 plays 47. Beautiful day for footy.
Cracking day.
Front spot and free kick to Davis for South Barwon. He's trying to switch play. He's got one on here, and it's Hoare. Good, nearly good spoil to Dreyer, but
I thought it was a good spoil.
Yeah, I don't think he infringed at all.
I don't think he did either.
It looked like it was going to happen.
Yeah, I think he anticipated that it was going to be infringement, and it wasn't.
It's Davin.
So it's Hoare. Oh, he kicks a little grubber.
Found him.
And he's found his teammate
5 metres past the man on the mark.
In Josh Hassan.
That went no higher than a foot off the ground.
Yeah.
Will he kick this, Buzz?
I have my doubts, Kirsch, to be honest. He's no, but he's half his hamstrings in his where his ACL should be at the moment.
Right. Okay.
So he's had 2 knee reconstructions in his 20 years.
Well, I hope the kid kicks it then.
He's been in reasonable form, hasn't he?
Yep. 6 games last year, couple of goals this season for Josh Hassan. He comes in. Oh, he's proved me wrong. He likes it, and Hassan kicks one.
He liked
and
it.
South Barwon regained the lead.
As soon as he dropped it, he knew it was through.
Started the celebrations mid-flight.
I think they're lucky to get out of that South Barwon then. They could have gone anyway.
Yeah, couple of decisions went their way, but let's hope that's the rub of the green and it'll work for both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
So on the Godding scoreboard, it is now South Barwon back in front, 7-8-48. They lead St Joseph's 7-5-47 at the
20-minute mark.
20-minute mark of this second quarter. Hovey up against Davis. Davis jumps early, then gets a hand on it. Knocks it out the back. Was that Driver?
Still Dryer.
Slick hands, or Still Dryer rather, comes out the back, measures versus his opponent on that occasion. It's Edwards. Super Joe goes in to give some help. but it comes out to Lovick. Gets wrapped up in the tackle straight away.
Tackle.
And he gone.
That's what Clinton Wells likes about Hassan, his defensive pressure up forward. Oh, he's
gets a call play on, gives it across to Herbison with that big thumping left foot, puts it top of the square. Up they go. Loose ball, back of the pack. Kershaw, cool in a crisis. Lovick down in front of us. And Ryan Williams gets a boot on the footy, goes wide to Devine. No, it's Hickey. Comes out to finds Paliuris. Can't miss him. See his chest from here. Half-back flank, drives it down the line. Oh,
he had the runners.
Yeah, he did.
But he's gone to as far as his opponent in Oliver Lee.
Goes to Davis. Just inside centre wing.
Switch.
Far side. He does want to switch the ball. You're right, Kirsch. And he goes over the top. Interesting option. He finds still drawing a little bit of space and gets inside his man. He runs to 60. Drives it to the teeth of the goal. It's over the back. Huff wanted it long. It was Capra. At ground level, it's still being contested. St Joey's on the numbers. Love it. Just bullies his way through. He's wrapped up. He's got to be careful. He pays one in front of us and doesn't pay that.
That's the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, similar to me.
Yes. 20 metres from goal. I don't think they're going to pay those too often.
But why is it any different, 20 metres or 70?
It should
You're right. It's thrown up in the goal mouth. Fell to Hanson, who wraps up Measures, who's found a couple of hefty tacklers in the last 5 minutes or so.
Different umpires, that's why, Milky.
Exactly.
So there's different interpretations, clearly.
He's thrown up again. Hovey wins it for St Joey's. It's to the back of the contest. Hassan and Edwards try to sort it out for South Barwon. The latter attracts a crowd. The umpire's just circling for no real reason and eventually decides to board up. And we'll go again. The ball just gradually inching away from goal. It's about 20 out. Hovey thumps it clear to Williams. His hands were pretty quick, still dry. Covers one forward. Hassan's at the back of this contest. He'll kick 2 in 3 minutes. And South Barwon inch further clear, 7-point leaders.
They had 3 at the back there.
They did.
3 out the back.
3 off the stoppage, just... Not sure whether Joey's boys got caught ball watching or...
Have to be to let 3 of them get out the back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And on the Godding scoreboard, that takes South Barwon 8-6-54 to St Joseph's 7-5-47. 7-point margin at the 21.5 minute mark.
It's been played in 2 halves this quarter, Buzz.
How'd I go, Buzz? 21.5?
22.
Oh, 30 seconds out. Sack me. Back in the middle. Up they go. Hovey and Davis again. Neither player wins that, but Hovey goes back and fetches his own footy. Gets it across to Riley Ferguson, who's wrapped up in a tackle straight away. And he's still trying to wrestle his way forward. He probably gained 20 metres in the old rugby scrum style.
Tackling very well, South Barwon.
They are, aren't they?
Pressure's right on.
Intense. Up he goes again, single-handedly this time. Davis knocks it down as far as his teammate there in Herbison. Loose ball comes out to the outer side, right in front of the scoreboard. Carson picks it up, gets around 1, gets around 2, dishes off the handball. Didn't really no one in particular. He said he's thrown it.
Oh, come on.
That's puzzling.
Oh, dear.
Not sure there was a throw in that one. It's finished up with Joe Lever anyway on the half-back flank. I think he's still smiling because he knows he shouldn't have it. Back to his teammate there in Stooldryer. He goes forward, finds Huff. Huff is in the centre of the ground, bombs it forward. Hovey's there to help Benny Capra, takes the mark, but that's fist taken out of his hands by Hanson.
Oh, not again!
Hassan's got his third.
He's on fire!
3 in 5 minutes. I reckon, to Hassan.
A couple of errors there by some really experienced players down there, wasn't there?
Are you talking about the throw from...
No, I'm talking about the Capra and Lovick there.
Here,
and Hassan made them pay.
Yeah.
Good work, the young kid.
3 goals to Hassan. I actually put that one down to Hanson. He's got 3 for the day, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
And Hanson's got 2. If we got that first one, that is.
Single-handedly got him back in this game.
Absolutely.
After they were down.
So on the Godding scoreboard, it's 9-6-60 to 7-5-47.
Ball back in the middle. Hovey for South Barwon. Hoare tried to get it clear. It'll fall to Davis at ground level. He did pretty well for a man of his height. Falls clear to that man, Hassan, in a bit of a purple patch. Raid me. Goes wider still in the direction of Don. He's got the height advantage.
Massive mismatch
and he
there.
does mark it. He's at right half forward for South Barwon, and they'll have another entry. I'd like some forward entry stats for me, Kirsch. Thank you very much. Ball comes clear. It was Edwards at ground level. Raimi picks up quickly, dispossessed. Don goes wide. Hoare at ground level. St Joey's just clear. They mung one forward. It trickles towards the boundary. I was going to say it pitches inside. It does just. It's hard to tell from this angle whether it was out or not.
It seems as though half the players gave up, but the South Barwon boys said, no, I reckon we can still keep that in.
14-10, Buzz. 14-10. South Barwon's way.
Thank you, Kirst. Just curious.
Yep. They've equalled their first quarter, inside 50 count.
Ball comes back in Hovey, uncontested. Just kicks one clear quickly to Verfurth, who showed some good tail marks. He's a natural left foot.
He's got Dreyer in the middle. He's got Dreyer in the middle.
He'll go to centre half forward and he finds that man you speak of, Milky. He goes quickly back to Hovey, who's playing a nice game of football. Goes to half forward and there's space aplenty for Reece Holgren. South Barwon picked apart there, Kirsch.
Yeah, they were. Maybe that just through that middle again. I think Dreyer's opponent maybe thought he wasn't going to use him. You can never think that in this level of football.
No, that's still a decent kick from there.
Yeah, that's no easy kick, but...
yeah, you'll get the journey, I reckon, Reece.
Yeah, he's a good kick of the footy. I've probably just mozzed him now. In comes Holgren. Head over the footy, and he shanked it.
Milky.
He shanked it. Minor score to Reece Holgren. And I reckon that's his first score for the day. Yes, it is. So on the Godding scoreboard, 9-6 plays 7-6. 2 goals to the advantage of South Barwon, and they're out on the outer side as the ball's put out in front of... That was Sabatura, and it's fisted away from him, and we'll have another throw-in. Right in front of that scoreboard, the Godding scoreboard that says 12-point advantage to your team, South Barwon, Buzz.
Not my team, Milky. I'll show complete impartiality, unlike some. That's all right.
Look at this. Have a look at this. You little beauty. Just the water will be fine. Thank you very much.
Plenty of numbers around the footy. And it'll be thrown up again.
Got some sandwiches
at half forward.
Cucumber sandwiches.
This is what you like. Clubs that look after you. Yep, sensational absolutely. Stuff. The South Barwon gang. Yeah. Fantastic. As we mentioned, back out on the outer side again. Davis, he's done a fair job in the ruck out there. Tackle when he didn't have it as Ryan Williams. The umpire sees it that way as well. He gets a free kick. Looking now to set something up. They've got more than one back. They've got 2 back down there.
Big
Goes
kick.
Deep. Carson, but over the back. What sort of kick was that from Devine?
That was interesting.
Inside out with a right boot.
Yeah.
Tried to clear the ball. Now it's Raidme at the bottom of the pack. Comes across. Whoa! Perfect. Did he get one high?
It was a big hit, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Comes back to Maloney. Steps it deep for Carson. Up he goes. Can't take the mark. Got 2 to beat.
Yeah.
And ball goes over the boundary line. 5 metres around from the St Joey's goal. What was Devine thinking he was going to do there?
Not sure what he was trying to do. An inside-out barrel banana on the right.
Yeah.
Thought Carson did infringe initially.
Oh, of course he did. Give him a massive shot. And I think Devine might get a hell of a shot because it cleared a lot of them.
Ball out the back. It evaded both the ruckmen. Quick snap from Dreyer. It's smothered. Verfurth, left footer. Handballs to Williams at centre half forward. His kick to no one. The ball's in the pitches inside. It was smothered, excuse me. It's Sexton at half back. Drives it to centre wing. Lovick and Hassan. This contest. Lovick. Look at that. Look at that for a spoil. Directional spoil. That's hard to do. Goes wide. Dreyer. They're still at half forward. Joey's. They go inside 50 again. It's over the head of Gowers. Paliuris comes in hard on Siddle. And what's the umpire paid here?
Out of bounds.
Throw in.
Yep.
Throw in.
I don't know how Carson got away with that last one. She was a good old shove, wasn't she?
Was a shove, yep. I think Lockie Devine didn't know what the hell happened. He was waiting for the whistle and it hit him in the lap.
So I'll invent a kick.
Up in front there goes Lukic. Knocks it down, but only as far as his South Barwon opponent. Finishes up on this occasion with Stuldra.
They've got a man over. Gee, that's good defence by Capper. He left his man then to
come off him,
Come off him and got to Hassan.
That's good of Hassan, though, running back with the flight there.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
Was.
They were out if he got hold of that.
So 3 goals at half time would make it tough, wouldn't it?
Spinning ball, outer side. Most of the game's been played on the outer side, interestingly enough, boys. Comes back to Williams. He's looking for someone to give it to. Lovick is standing there for him. Gives it, pumps it long, and it's all South Barwon back there. But it clears the pack. Reece Holgren and has got this there to help his teammate there. But the ball's cleared, and I reckon it's that Oliver Lee who's wrapped up in the tackle. It is, but it comes out and goes to Kelleher.
Pipeline, they didn't want to get there.
Sheepers. I thought Dale Carson, but it comes back. Oh, quick hands. Comes over to Dixon. Dixon steadies. Bang! goal to Scotty Dixon and a much-needed goal to St Joey's. Let me tell you that one, guys.
I think the pipe cleaner done the right thing then, because he would have been 50 for sure, because he would have been that half a second too late.
Is it going to stick? You make that stick, won't you? Yeah, that's good. 8-6-54
on the bendy. Look at him
on the Godding scoreboard. South Barwon 9-6-60, a goal the difference. And we've been travelling 26 3/4 minutes. How'd I go?
I'll check if you're right, Milky. It's, oh no, we're into 30.
Oh, yeah, I must have went to sleep for 3 or 4 minutes.
Ball will be thrown up. There's a kick in it. Home side's way here on a perfect Anzac day. It's Sabatura.
Clearance again.
The second ruckman goes inside 50. Lovick. Oh, he impedes Morrison in the end.
Yeah. His own teammate.
They wanted a free kick. It'll fall
block it, didn't he?
to Joey's. It goes over the head of Dreyer. The ball's at half forward for South Barwon. They win it. It's Hoare, but it's right on the siren.
Right on the siren.
So South Barwon cannot score, and they are ahead by a goal at half-time, Milky.
Right on that siren. I thought Hoare was going to... You mentioned another goal just before the siren would be fantastic. But, so the half-time score in this Anzac Day special. This is... the weather's good. The game is very competitive.
We're good.
We're good. We're great. We've got food and drink. We can't be any better than that. South Barwon 9-6-60 leads St Joseph's 8-6-54. We'll come back and we'll talk about this first half of the footy, and we'll talk about some of the things that have been going on in your private life too, Buzz, that I've been made aware of.
Whoa.
Kicks Country Footy, FM 89.3.
For Blood Toyota, this is the GFL Game of the Week on 89.3 Kicks Footy.
Blood Toyota. Since 2002, they've built a solid reputation on their commitment to customer service and the absolute quality of Toyota. A partnership of trusted names, Blood Toyota is one of Victoria's biggest, most professional and progressive dealerships, offering after-sales service like no other. Blood Toyota know what it's like to be a local, heavily involved in the community. They employ locals because they are locals. Award-winning customer service and award-winning vehicles. It's a win-win combination for you at Blood Toyota. See them today at Fyne Street, Geelong.
Considering a trade career? It's a smart choice with a trusted training provider like the Gordon. The Gordon specialises in a range of trades, renowned for building and construction, plumbing, electrical, painting and bricklaying, just to name a few.